Imagine being able to focus instantly, not after hours of coffee, long routines, or complicated hacks, but in just 2 minutes. In this video, you'll learn a simple, science-backed trick that resets your brain, clears distractions, and gives you laser-sharp focus immediately. By the end, you'll know exactly how to use this method anytime you need deep concentration, at work, while studying, or tackling any task that demands your full attention. And more than that, you'll understand why it works, so you can train your brain to access this state on demand. To understand why this trick works, you need to know why focus feels so impossible in the first place. Your brain is constantly bombarded with notifications, mental chatter, and competing tasks. Each ping or distraction activates your brain's novelty-seeking circuits, and your prefrontal cortex, the focus center, gets overloaded. This isn't laziness. It's biology. Your brain is wired to respond to every signal as if it's urgent, which makes sustained attention difficult. The first step in reclaiming focus is realizing that attention is a skill that can be trained, not a switch you flip at will. The 2-minute trick works because it interrupts the distraction cycle and primes your nervous system for deep focus. It leverages 3 mechanisms: controlled breathing, micro-movement, and mental anchoring. Together, these reset your brain, lower stress, and make your attention laser-sharp. Let's break it down step by step. Step 1. Intentional deep breathing. Sit or stand comfortably. Inhale through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold for 4, then exhale for 4. Repeat for 2 complete cycles. This simple rhythm activates your parasympathetic nervous system, which lowers stress and clears mental clutter. Within moments, your mind feels lighter, calmer, and ready to concentrate. You not just breathing, you signaling to your brain that it's safe to leave the constant alert mode and enter a state of focused attention. Step 2. Micro-movement reset. Stand, stretch your arms overhead, rotate your shoulders, or shake your hands for a few seconds. This is not exercise, it's a signal. The brain uses movement to detect state changes. When you physically shift, your mind follows. Spies, athletes, and performers use similar micro-rituals to switch into high-performance states. The action doesn't need to be dramatic, the key is consistency. Over time, your brain learns to associate this movement with entering focus mode. Step 3. Anchor your intention. Silently repeat a short phrase like, "I am fully present." This mental anchor connects the physiological shift to a conscious decision. Your prefrontal cortex activates, irrelevant thoughts fade, and attention sharpens. Think of this as giving your brain a command that it immediately understands. Focus now. Combining breathing, movement, and intention creates a cognitive reset that would otherwise take 15 to 20 minutes of effort to achieve naturally. The next layer is understanding why this trick is so effective. It works on multiple levels. Physiologically, it lowers stress hormones and primes neural circuits for attention. Cognitively, it interrupts the habitual loops that feed distraction. Psychologically, it creates a micro-ritual your mind begins to trust. Each repetition strengthens this neural shortcut, making deep focus easier to access over time. But let's go deeper. Focus isn't just about clearing distractions. It's about creating mental clarity, which allows you to prioritize and absorb information effectively. After the 2-minute reset, you'll notice something remarkable. Small decisions like which task to start first feel easier. Your brain can detect patterns and connections faster. Ideas flow with less resistance. That's why consistent use of this trick doesn't just improve focus in the moment. It enhances overall cognitive performance. Here's a practical way to implement it. Before starting work, studying, or any mentally demanding task, set a timer or mentally commit minutes. Close your eyes, breathe in a 4-count rhythm, move lightly, and repeat your anchor phrase. Then dive into your task. The difference is noticeable immediately. Your attention feels longer, sharper, and more resilient, and distractions don't pull you away as easily. Even checking your phone for a notification feels less compelling because your mind is already engaged in a high-focus state. Another benefit is stress reduction. Focus and stress are inversely related. When the brain is calm but alert, you can maintain longer periods of deep work without fatigue. This 2-minute trick creates a physiological and psychological environment that encourages flow. Over time, your brain begins to expect this state at the start of every session, effectively training itself to enter focus mode automatically. To take it a step further, You can combine this with micro-goal setting. After your 2-minute reset, write down the single task or outcome you will complete in the next 30 to 60 minutes. This creates a cognitive anchor, aligning your intention with your actions. Suddenly, your brain has a target, distractions lose their pull, and productivity skyrockets. After a week of practicing this consistently, the effects compound. You'll notice, tasks that once felt overwhelming now feel manageable. Your mind resists distractions, less deep work becomes natural. You complete more in less time with less effort. Focus is not a skill you acquire through brute force. It's a state you learn to trigger, and this 2-minute trick is your key. Breathe, move, anchor. Repeat. Over time, your brain rewires itself to recognize this pattern instantly. 2 minutes is all it takes to turn scattered attention into unstoppable clarity. So next time you sit down to work, study, or create, pause for 2 minutes. Activate the trick. Reset your nervous system. Anchor your intention. And watch as your focus transforms effortlessly, instantly, and reliably. This isn't just a hack. It's a simple, science-backed method to reclaim your attention, sharpen your mind, and perform at your highest level, all in the time it takes to make a cup of coffee.